maybe it's for me, but is free actually really worth it? Let's check it out. Well, hey everyone, it's Kelly, the Frugal Fun Mum here in Adelaide, Australia. Welcome to the channel and to today's video where I have my very first reaction video to do. I recently discovered Money Mum on YouTube. I'll leave her link down below, but she did a video here called Is Free Really Frugal? And I have a few thoughts that I would share with you guys. I reached out to her and said that I was going to be doing a reaction video, which she gave me a thumbs up, so I'm hoping that she's okay with this. I have my own thoughts about some of the things that she brought up, so I think you'll be surprised about what I have to say. So let's go. So number one is EXPO'S and getting free samples and products and demos and things like that there. I agree with her fully on this, that unless you're probably really interested in the product, then you might not be interested in the sample. I know that when I was younger, I went to a whole lot of baby expos where they were constantly giving stuff away. And while it's awesome to be able to try the product, there are just some things that they're just not worth it. I got given a whole different samples of baby formulas when my daughter was having formula when she was younger, and switching between all the free samples all the time actually gave her a lot of tummy upset. So that's not worth it in the end if you're having to deal with stuff at the end. Also, all of the free competitions that you go into to just get phone call after phone call later offering you this next thing, I just think that's totally not worth my time and effort. I'm happy to get a free pass to like a play group or something like that I'd want to do anyway, absolutely, or you know, free pens. But yeah, unless it's something that I'm interested in, then I'm not going to waste my time. It's not worth it. Years and years ago, and still to this day, universities have like free O weeks. I'd gone with someone who was starting. We were on campus and we just went for a look around. We got given a whole lot of free pens and pads and stickers and stuff like that. I still have a whole lot of those pens, but they are cluttering up the house. So while free is great, is it worth the space and time in your house? Number two is free offers, especially from those expos. You sign up to win a whole long list of phone calls and emails and constant contact. And that's just not worth my time and effort. I have literally blocked numbers in my phone because I have said to the people, please stop calling me, and they just constantly call. Oh, no, we're calling because there's a new offer that's better than the last one. Just totally not worth it. In Adelaide, not naming any names, but there used to be a very popular photography place. They were always offering free hair and makeup and photography sessions, and you'd go in there with a free little photo and you'd get all that done, but the catch was that you had to come back to collect your free photo, and then they'd sell you the photo package that went with it. So that was sort of the whole thing. So while it was fun to get your hair and makeup done, I never went, but a lot of friends that did go said it was a good 4 or 5 hours in this photo shoot. You had to take 3 or 4 outfits with you, and just lots of things. They said like the makeup was thick and heavy and it didn't ever look like them, and if they did purchase a photo they felt really pressured. So just because it's free doesn't mean it's good. Number three is free trials, and I think in today's day and age you can get a free trial to just about anywhere, gyms, online memberships, subscriptions, etc, etc. And again, I think if you're interested in it, then maybe do it, but I always am so fearful that I'll forget to cancel it, or as Money Mum talked about, it takes so much time and effort to have to ring up or give 7 days notice that you want this cancelled, things like that. I've had subscriptions in the past for some skincare things when I had really bad acne. Again, not naming names, but I'm sure people will know. And that had to cancel 30 days beforehand. So pretty much as soon as you get your first package, you have to ring up and cancel straight away. A lot of people talk about getting like a HelloFresh subscription that you can get your first box for free. Just cancel as soon as you get it. And I'm like, oh, I just don't know if I could be bothered to do it. I'd forget, and then I'd have to pay for the box. And so I think for me, it's the panic of what is this actually going to cost me, because I'm just going to forget to cancel. The subscriptions that we do have are Apple Music because I need it for a work related business, and I signed up and they just gave us 3 months for free, which I think is a standard thing. So I was more than happy to do that because I was willing to pay for the subscription anyway. So it was great to have the first 3 months for free, and then we've been with them for well over a year because it's the music that I use and it's easy to access. So that is the only subscription that we have. We don't have any subscription to Netflix or any paid TV. I've never even had a trial. I don't even think we've had a smart TV that would be compatible with it either, so I've just never bothered with it. Under free trials, I'd also put free apps. You can get so many things for free now, and it was the buzz back in the day when everything was free. It was like, oh, yes, please, bring it to me. You can get anything from free health and wellness and fitness to finance. But nowadays, we have access to so much more stuff. And so for me, it's just not worth having all these apps on my phone because they take up a lot of space, and I need all the space I can get for editing YouTube on my phone. So I don't use half of them. They also need internet access, which I don't always have when I'm out and about because I choose to keep my data low. So they're just not worth the space or the effort for me. But if it's free and that's what you enjoy, go for it. 4 is free meals. There's no such thing as a free lunch, or is there? Some of these meals come with some terms and conditions that you are going to hear a presentation or timeshares, as Money Mum talks about. I've been to one of those before for a free dinner and a gift certificate somewhere because I knew, because I'm very headstrong, knowing that I was not going to be purchasing what they had, but I had a couple of hours free and I thought, hey, it's a free meal and a voucher, let's go. I wish I never did. It just was not worth my time in the end. But the other thing is too with the free meals, like she talked about, having vouchers to go out for dinner. If you're already not going to go out for dinner, then maybe it's not worth your time. We've had vouchers through Scoopon and Groupon and things like that, and you've gotten to the restaurant and there's so many terms and conditions. Oh, it's only valid Monday from 5 till 7 p.m. or Wednesday night, it's not valid on the weekends, or it only includes these 3 meals. Like, you know, so whether it's actually free or it's just worth a headache, you got to balance that out. Number 5 is free items, and I agree with her that you need to make sure that it's something that you actually need in your house. I'm constantly getting things from my mum as she cleans out her house. Here, you need this. I don't need 27 tea towels in the house, but thank you very much. So yeah, is free always worth the time and space in your house? I absolutely love the Free Cycle and the Buy Nothing group that I'm a member of, where people offer up their stuff, and if I need it, then I'll put my hand up and say I'd love to be considered. Your name goes in a little hat and they draw out a winner. But lots and lots of stuff I just scroll past and say it's not worth my time and effort to collect, especially if it's out of my way to drive, because I just know then I don't want to let anyone down and not go and be able to collect the item, which I've had once or twice. Life happens and you're like, I'm really sorry, I just can't get there to collect this thing. Some people offer to drop stuff off to you, which I'm forever grateful for. That is so generous and kind. But other stuff I'm like, look, I didn't even think about this until I saw it online, so clearly it's not a major need, and so I'll just free it on to someone else. Number 6 is a buy one, get one free, and going back to what I was talking about with the free meals and the vouchers, exactly the same thing. Unless you're kind of already going there for that deal, then maybe not worth it. And again, there's usually so many terms and conditions attached to it. A lot of the vouchers as well, it's only that you could have it for 1 for every 2 people or per table, which is fair enough. They still have a business to run. But, you know, if you're relying on that discount for going out and then you get to the end of the meal and then it just doesn't work out, you're kind of stuck. Relating to the buy one, get one free, you need to actually look at the base cost of products when you're purchasing stuff. So you got to make sure that individually that price is lower than probably what it would be individually. there are some deals out there that's buy one get 50% off the second one, and if you know what your prices are for products and foods and it works out to be a cheaper deal, then absolutely go ahead and grab it. But usually the price has been bumped up back to the normal retail shelf price, so what you're getting for free is just kind of their everyday sale price. I buy quite often in my markdown shopping some little arancini balls for my son because he loves them, and that deal is buy 2 packs and get the third for free. Totally worth it for us, especially when I find them in a markdown, because it means that each pack is heavily discounted, so that is well worth it. I remember a situation of a free offer once in a local Westfield. They were giving away a free little travel pack if you bought 2 packs of this toothpaste, and they were directing people to one of the stores that had it on sale. It was like 50 cents off or something, but each tube of toothpaste was still like $3.50, so way more than what I would ever spend. And I remember going and getting these 2 tubes and then bolting back to the booth, redeeming and getting my free travel pack. And you know, that bag sat in my cupboard for years and years and years. It never ever got used. I actually ended up decluttering it only a couple of years ago, but I still think about that to this day. And I've talked to a few other people and said about that's probably one of the most stupidest things I've done for free, and they're like, I remember that deal. So yeah, crazy stuff that you do. Just because it's free, it doesn't mean it's a good deal. Number 7 is free but pay the shipping. This is everywhere online at the moment, absolutely. So products and companies and demos are trying to all get their little samples out there. It's free, you just need to pay the shipping. Some of the cost isn't bad, it's just a stamp, so like a local letter or a small parcel that will fit through your letterbox slot, and other stuff is an actual parcel. I will often check a website just to have a look at sort of what they're offering for samples, but the thing that frustrates me the most is they will have a picture of what the sample thing is, and then they send you just the flat sachets of products and like one of each, and I'm like, that's not what's pictured on the website. And there is sometimes a tiny little print that says, you know, products may vary. So I think that's frustrating, especially if you've paid like $8.99 shipping and you've gotten 3 flat little sachets of product. I think it's just not worth it. And then also you have to work out whether the products are going to interact with what you currently have with your skincare routine, and are you going to have a reaction, and then do you need to deal with that? So again, just because it's free, it doesn't mean it's worth it. A bonus thing that she talked about is the free food, waiting in line, things like that. I've done that myself, not gonna lie, especially when it's for coffee, because I think we need coffee, thank you very much. Especially if I look at a line and I think it's not very long and I think I'll probably be out within about 10 minutes. And if I'm already in the area or I'm going to be there, then I will go there. If I have to go out of my way for something for free, then I'm not really gonna do it. Years and years and years ago, I used to get sent this little voucher book that every month you could go and get stuff for free from a whole lot of businesses in a couple of different suburbs. It was an awesome book. I think I paid about $10 for a year of vouchers. The point is for you to go and sample all these products. But again, it's a lot of time driving around to collect all these things, so you need to weigh that up. I know at unis, like I said, they have their open days and stuff, and they had a couple of years ago, they opened like a burrito store or something, and they offered a free burrito to the first 100 people. Well, there was a line like 3 days long, and of course, by the time people got to the front of it, there was no food. So, you know, you've just waited in line for like 2 hours for nothing. I've been to product events and demo nights as well for the promise of free food and drink, and also because I was interested in what the thing was being promoted about. But of course, the free food and drink is like 1 free drink on arrival, and then if you're lucky to get some of the canapes that are going around, and then after that it's kind of done. Sometimes you'll get a little sample bag to take home. Some of the samples are worth it. Usually they're not for me because it's teas or other things that I just don't drink. But again, you know, the things that we do because we're like, hey, it's free. There are a few things for free that are totally worth my time and effort that I'm going to go through with you. A couple of things have jumped to my mind. The first one is using apps like BorrowBox or Libby, where you get to listen to free audiobooks. This video is not sponsored. I've just recently discovered my love of learning again, and I absolutely love audiobooks because I'm a busy lady, and then I can listen on the go. In my local library as well, which I discovered on the weekend, you can get access to some movies online as well. So check your local library. There should be a poster there with a little referral link or a code. So you put your library card number in there, and then that one. In South Australia now, all of our libraries are linked together as one. So if you've got access to one library, it kind of connects you to all of them. And so that's good to be able to borrow, watch movies online with that link. I'll try and put the link in the box below. But also, as you guys know, you can borrow free books, audiobooks, DVDs, movies, anything like that from your library as well. It's probably not free if you lose the item and you have to pay for replacement costs, and some of them will charge you late fees. Usually they're quite generous, and especially with all the isolation stuff that we've had, they're quite generous with extending loans and things like that too. So yeah, as long as you do right, you won't have to pay anything for free, and that would be worth it for that. I have joined a couple of banks to open up a free account in the past, because you can sometimes get some other member benefits and rewards for just being a member. So that's well worth it. I'm not going to name names because I don't want any of that new financial laws to come and kick me. But sometimes as well, when you're a little kid, I know that they offer you a free account because you can get a free money box or anything like that. So sometimes that's just a little bit of fun, and if you have your brains about you and you know what you're going into, then it's probably worth it just for a little bit of kickback. Well, there you go, guys. It is a list that's come into my head about, is it free? Is it really frugal? Let me know down below if there's anything that you agree with. But what I'd really love to know is there anything that you've gotten for free that you're like, why on earth did I do this? Because we all have at least one story, and let's all share in the comments below and get a giggle, because I've read some of the comments on other channels and I think, yep, I'm so with you. So much is free and it's just cost me so much time and effort. In the end, you're like, why? Why? All the things we do. I like to think that I'm older and wiser, so share below, and who knows, maybe someone reading it will be like, I'll be aware next time. Absolutely. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We would love to have you part of our Frugal Fun family. But as always, I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.